Hello everyone, it's me, it's Mark, and I'm here with you for another live stream class. All right, well, today we are going to do a quiz, a video quiz. We have a video and a worksheet. However, before we do the video and worksheet quiz, we are going to start our class with an idiom. And our idiom today is wine and dine. Wine and dine. I'll write it here on the board, and then I will give you the meaning, and then an example sentence. All right, so wine and dine is our idiom. All right, right here. Okay, wine and dine, and that means to entertain someone with a lavish meal to impress them. It's a long meaning, I know that. To entertain someone with a lavish meal to impress them. I'll write it on the board. Okay, here we go. One more time. Wine and dine, that means to entertain someone with a lavish meal to impress them. Yeah, so lavish means not exaggerated, but very high class. Everything is first class, right? It is beautiful, it is the best, it's expensive, it's lavish. So a lavish meal. So entertain someone. So take them out, talk, show them a good time, right? Entertain someone with a lavish meal, a very expensive meal, exclusive meal, like at a fine dining restaurant. To impress them, You want them to feel like, wow, this person is important. They are doing me a lot of favors, right? This is a wonderful person. I'm trying to impress them so they feel that I am wonderful, that I am special, right? And so to impress them. So to entertain someone with a lavish meal to impress them. And of course, we need an example sentence. My example sentence is, the company wined and dined the new client at an expensive restaurant. One more time. The company wined and dined the new client at an expensive restaurant. I'll write it here. And of course, make your own sentences using wine and dine. I know it's a long sentence. The company wined and dined the new client at an expensive restaurant, right? So the company, right? So it's a business, and they wined and dined a new client, a new customer, an important client, an important customer at an expensive restaurant. So the company wanted to make sure that the new client, the new customer will feel that they are being treated very well, right? And so the company wants to keep that client, wants to keep that customer because maybe they buy a lot from this company. This new client is very important to this company, so they wined and dined them so that they will stay with this company. It's a strategy, right? Many companies do this. Many people do this. They wine and dine someone to impress them so that they will help them in return, right? So it's kind of a, I'll give you something if you give me something. Okay, good, good, good. Now, if you can make your own sentence, please do that. And we have Martha here. Hello, Martha. And we have Katie. Hello, Katie. And we have Sumayed. So please make a sentence using wine and dine. That's our idiom. And then we will do our quiz video and worksheet after this. So I will give you 2 minutes to write your sentences, and then we will move on to our next activity. So here we go. So we'll go 2 minutes to make your sentences. So there we go. It's on the clock and it's counting down. Write your sentences in the next 2 minutes, please. Wine and dine. To entertain someone with a lavish meal to impress them. The company wined and dined the new client at an expensive restaurant. I want to be wined and dined. I think we would enjoy that, right? Because you're going to an expensive restaurant. You're going to eat a wonderful meal. They will entertain you. They will treat you very well. You are being wined and dined. Who wouldn't want that? Wine and dine me, please. Okay, about another minute to write your sentence. And then we will go to our next activity. A quiz. And the topic is restaurant, at a restaurant. So the idiom is connected to the topic at a restaurant. Okay, about 20 seconds. Okay, Martha, good. Martha has a sentence. First sentence is, the principal wined and dined the new parents at a glamping. I know glamping, right? Glamorous camping, glamping, right? That's high-class camping. That is, that's not roughing it. That's like a hotel outside, right? That's a outside hotel. And Martha, we want to put in the past tense, like this, wined and dined, right? Because it already happened. So the principal wined and dined the new parents at a glamping area, maybe? So glamping is glorious or glamorous camping. So where are they doing that? So maybe a glamping area, right? A place that provides that kind of service, right? That special camping, right? So glamping area. So Martha, one more time. The principal wined and dined the new parents at a glamping area. Okay, so our timer went off, and so now let's go to our next activity, and that is a quiz. And the topic is at a restaurant. Okay, and the topic is at a at a restaurant. So it's a quiz. I'll just do that here. Okay, so quiz, at a restaurant quiz. And we have a video and worksheet. Okay, there we go. Okay, Martha, I think she fixed her sentence. Here we go. Let's have a look. The principal wined and dined the new parents at a glamping area. Perfect. Yeah, I've never been glamping. I've been camping many times, but you know, the old-fashioned way. Tent, sleeping bag in the middle of the forest. Dirty and no showers, no restrooms, right? You're in the wilderness. Okay, good. Okay, so here is our next activity at a restaurant. It's a quiz. We'll first look at the video. The video itself is a quiz. And then in the second part, we'll look at a worksheet. All right, so it's two ways of this quiz. One way is the video. The video has illustrations, right? It has pictures. And then the worksheet is just purely reading, okay? So here we go. Let's first check out the video. I'll put it on the screen right here. Okay, there we go. And of course, it's a quiz, so you're going to choose the right answer for the sentence, yeah? And the topic is at a restaurant. And you'll have 3 choices. Which word fits the sentence? Which is the best word for the sentence? Here we go. And of course, I want you to write your answer right in the chat. First, we'll look at the sentence. And if you can guess the word, that's great. But then after, I'll give you a couple seconds, and then I'll give you a choice of the 3 words. Which one is correct, okay? Or which one's best for the sentence. Okay, so the sorry. And the sentence is, the waiter asked, "Are you ready to?" Are you ready to? Okay, and so what could be the correct word? So first I want you to think about it. Make a guess. What would be a word that can fit in this sentence? The waiter asked, "Are you ready to?" And then what could it be? What could the word be? I'll give you 5 seconds to guess. Okay, Martha has order. That's good, Martha. Okay, now let's look at 3 possibilities, 3 possible answers. Iman, hello, Iman. Castorine, hello, Castorine. Good to see Hanan. All right, so here are the 3 possibilities. Wash, order, cook. Martha has order. That's good, Martha. So Martha didn't see the 3 possible answers. She thought of it on her own, just from the sentence, from the situation, looking at the picture, looking at the sentence, and of course, it's not going to be, are you ready to go to Hawaii, right? The waiter's not going to say, hey, are you ready to go to Hawaii? No. Or the waiter's not going to say, are you ready to take your exam? No. So thinking, okay, it's a restaurant, looking at the picture, what could a waiter say in this situation, right? So you're making a logical guess. So good. Okay, let's find out the best word. Yeah, good job, everyone. It is order. The waiter asked, are you ready to order? Perfect. Okay, good. All right, Hanan, Sumayet, you guys got it. Okay, here's number 2. And again, we'll do the same thing. First, I want you to make your guess, and then we'll look at 3 possible answers. She asked for a glass of with her meal. She asked for a glass of with her meal. What could it be? So count down, give you 5 seconds to make a guess, and then we'll look at 3 possible answers. Okay, good. I see wine, I see water, I see juice. Yeah, those are all logical. Those all could be the answer, of course. So let's look at 3 choices here. We have plate, salt, wine. Which is it? Which is the best word for this sentence? Plate, salt, wine. Okay, Iman has wine. Castrine says salt. Okay, honey. So the key words here, the key phrase, right? That's going to help you understand a glass of. A glass of. So what fits into a glass, right? So like it's a container. A glass is a container. We put things in the glass. For example, a cup of soup, a bowl of cereal, a can of soup, or a can of tuna fish, a bottle of water, a carton of milk, right? Things that go into these containers, right? And a glass is a container. So a glass of, and then is it plate, salt, wine? So let's have a look at the answer. Yes, so it's wine, right? Wine goes into a glass. So she asked for a glass of wine with her meal. Okay, good. Let's go to number 3. Okay, here we go. And the sentence is, can we have the, please? Can we have the, please? So what could fit into this sentence? I'll give you 5 seconds. Can we have the, please? Okay, so I see some guesses in the chat. We have check, check. Good, so check is what you have to pay for, it's the amount of money you have to pay, right? So, like for example, your credit card, right? You use your credit card and you get a bill, right? You must pay that amount to the credit card company, right? You use the credit card, so now you have to pay them back, and that's a bill. And we use that for other things like electric bill, right? You have to pay for your electricity. Water bill, you have to pay for your water, right? So those things are not free. However, in a restaurant, you can say bill, but the more common word is check, right? So let's look at 3 possible answers. We have chair, fork, bill. Oh, I just ruined my own logic. But check, actually, I should have put check. It's my mistake. I saw you guys put check, and that's the better word. Hey, Ice Dude. Yeah, so I like your word better. I like your answer better. So the chat chose a better word than mine. So here it's bill. But in a restaurant, it's better to say check. And I'm going to fix that, the worksheet, right? So I will redo the worksheet and put check in there. So good job, everyone. It should be check. That's a better word because check is more often used in a restaurant. Can I have the check, please? Right? That is the amount of money you have to pay to the restaurant. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, our next sentence, he ordered a steak. Okay, this might be a little more difficult here. He ordered a steak. There's lots of possible answers for this, right? So it's a little more tricky. We're a glass of, the choice is there are less choices. But here, this could be many possible words here. So what do you think? Let's just try to think of a steak. Iman has grilled. Well done. He ordered a well done steak. Yep, yep. These are all logical. They fit the sentence. Grilled, well done. Martha, raw beef. Okay, Martha. She likes her steak raw, just like a bear, just like a tiger, right? Tigers like their steaks raw. Martha is a tiger. Okay, Catherine says medium. Iman, beef is, so a steak is beef, right? So pork, we say pork chop. So a steak is always beef. We don't say fish steak. We say a piece of fish. Pork, we say pork chop. However, beef, we say steak. Okay, Iman? Okay, Ice Dude, medium. He ordered a medium steak. Okay, those are all good. Okay, let's see the three possible. Spicy steak, medium well. Okay, medium rare. That's how I like mine, Ice Dude. I like my steak medium rare. Okay, here we go. Here are the three possible answers or the words for the sentence. Grilled table waiter. I think we know the answer here. Grilled table waiter. This is an easy one. Yeah, Iman, of course. Yeah, it's going to be grilled. But let's see, who guessed it? Yeah, Iman, great job. Yeah, so it's grilled. So grilled means just over the fire. So like a barbecue. So the steak is being cooked over fire. And so we call that grilled steak. Okay, great. So he ordered a grilled steak. Okay, our next sentence. They decided, they decided to a table near the window. They decided to a table near the window. This might be a little tricky here. Yeah, Mary, it's grilled steak. I like my steak grilled. They decided to a table near the window. Okay, Iman. What could it be? Oh, thank you for the hearts. I see some hearts up in the chat there, shooting up. Okay, we have reserve. We have ask. We have close. Okay, let's see the three possible answers. Enjoy. So we have clean, reserve, serve. Clean, reserve, serve. They decided to a table near the window. What is the word? What do you think? Write it in the chat. Okay, good, Iman. Yep. Okay, let's check it out. Reserve, right? So reserve, that is, you call ahead of time and request a table by the window. So maybe, you know, there aren't many tables by the window, and it's more enjoyable to sit by a window to eat, right? It's a little more, the atmosphere, the view, right? We enjoy having a window so we can look out, or the light comes in, right? It just makes a better eating experience, right? However, in a restaurant, most of the tables maybe are not near a window or are not next to a window, right? So if you want a special table, if you want a certain table, you call ahead of time, you make a reservation. I want a table near a window or next to a window, right? And so it's request. And so then they reserve it for you. They go, okay, sure, no problem. What day, what time? So you go, okay, Saturday, 6 p.m. And then you have to be there at that time, that day, and you will get the table next to the window. Hey, Kadeen, hello. Okay, Kadeen has an interesting question. Could I say order a table? No, that's not, that's not natural. Yeah. Yeah, so you can say get. So again, you have to call ahead. You have to make reservations. And you call the restaurant and you ask them, oh, could I get a table next to the window? Or could I get a table near a window? I would like a table near the window. So you call the restaurant, you say, okay, I want to make a reservation for Saturday night at 6 p.m. Could I get a table near the window? Could I get a table near the window? I would like to reserve a table near the window. But you can't order a table. Okay? Good question, Katie. Okay, here is the sentence. You're welcome, Katie. The soup is two. Okay, so what could it be? What could the word be? Try to make a guess. The soup is two. Remember, two, T-O-O, that's negative. So it's going to be negative. Good choices here. Yeah, those are excellent choices. Yeah. So we don't want a soup that's too spicy, right? That's not enjoyable. We don't want a soup that's too salty, right? That's not enjoyable. We don't want a soup that's too cold. That's not enjoyable. We don't want a soup that's too sour. That's not enjoyable, right? We want to enjoy our soup. We want to like it. All right, so here we go. 3 choices. All right, so we have chair, hot plate. It's gonna easy right now, right? When you don't see the choice, it's more difficult. But once you see the choice, then it's gonna be easy for you, right? Chair, hot plate. Yeah. Okay, good job, everyone. Of course. Once you see the choice, then it's much easier, right? If it's too hot, you can't drink it, right? You can't have your soup. It's too hot. All right, Ice Dude. Okay, here we go next. Okay, the next sentence. She left a generous for the waiter. Hey, Ava. Hello, Ava. Oh, Ava's in Canada right now. Ava lives in the Czech Republic, but now she's visiting her daughter in Canada. I'm sure it's starting to get cold in Canada, huh, Ava? Here in Japan, it's still hot. Okay, I see a lot of the same words. Tip, 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 tip. Yeah, okay, let's look at the 3 choices. We have tray, tip, spoon. Yeah, you guys got it. Yeah, so she left a generous for the waiter. Yeah, good job, everyone. So it's tip. And tip is gratitude. You're thankful for the good service. You're thankful for the food. You're thankful for the atmosphere. So you give the waiter something extra, right? So the bill, the check is to pay the restaurant, right? That's the food you ate. The tip is extra money for the waiter or waitress for their service to you, right? So a restaurant is a service industry. That means someone is cooking the food for you, right? At home, you have to cook, right? At home, you have to buy the food. At home, you have to clean the vegetables. At home, you have to, chop up the food. At home, you have to decide what to make. At home, you have to cook the food, right? But when you go to a restaurant, they do everything for you, right? They buy the food, they cook the food, they serve the food to you. They wash the dishes, right? So when you go to a restaurant, you don't have to do anything, just money. That's all you need at a restaurant is money. At home, you have to go to the supermarket. You have to wash the food. You have to cook the food. Then you have to wash the dishes. You have to wash the pots and the pans, everything to make the food. So cooking takes a lot of energy, takes a lot of effort, a lot of time. But when you go to a restaurant, it's all done for you. Oh, Iman, that's a good question. Yeah, so it's plural, tip. We don't say tips. So just tip. Good question. So it is uncountable. Okay, good job. Oh, real quick, generous, right? I'm going to go back for a sec here. It's hard going back. Okay, I did it. Generous, that means more than you need, right? So usually there's a rule of giving tips. I use tips. Giving a tip. So there's a rule of giving a tip, and that usually like maybe 15%. So the total of the bill, let's say it's $50. And so a rule of thumb is to give 15%, right? So that would be what, like about, I don't know, $7 or $8. And so if you spend $50, then maybe you'll give the waiter or waitress, let's say about $8. That is for the waiter or for the waitress. Generous means more than you need to, right? You're being extra giving. You're being extra kind. And so instead of giving $8, you give $12. You give $15. You are very happy with the service you got. You're in a good mood, so you give a generous tip. More than you need to give. Okay, here is our next sentence. The waiter brought extra for the bread. The waiter brought extra for the bread. What could it be? Okay, we got Iman, we got Katie. So they're saying butter. What do you put on bread? All right, Ava, good. Oh, wait, Ava, I'm sorry, I didn't see your sentence. Okay, so in Canada, it's sunny and hot. Okay, it's September. I would think maybe that's unusual, Ava, because it's starting to get to be fall, right? Autumn. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of butter here. I see a lot of butter in the chat. And the three choices: menu, napkin, butter. I think we know what it is. Yeah, okay, good, good. Alfonso, hello, Alfonso. Mary, ice dude. Bread and butter. It's my bread and butter. Good, good, good. So the waiter brought extra butter for the bread. Yeah, and Alfonso, bread and butter, that means that's also an idiom. You know, so bread and butter is like the money you make, right? So you could say, oh, I sell, let's say you have a side gig. You have a side job. Maybe you make bags, right? So you like sewing, and you make bags and you sell them online. But your factory job is your bread and butter, right? So the bag, that's your side hustle. You make bags for extra money. We could say pocket money, right? We could say wham, walking around money. And so you make bags for some extra change, some spare cash, but your factory job is your bread and butter, right? That's your main source of income. So I saw that Alfonso said bread and butter. So that's your main way of getting money, right? That's your main source of revenue, your main source of money, your main income. Okay, Ava, good timing. That's a good. So Ava's saying September is a good time in Canada and good weather in Canada. September. Here in Japan, it's October. October is probably the best month of the year, weather-wise. Okay, let's go to our next. Zaman, how can I speak English? Well, we're going to do, I think, practicing and saying the sentences with me, shadowing with me. I think that's a good way to practice speaking. So say the sentence with me. That's a good way. Okay, and here is our next sentence. I would like to, my order. I would like to, my order. What could the word be? What could it be? Make your guess. I would like to, my order. What could it be? What is your guess? Okay, Iman has have. Cancel. Get. Okay, these are all interesting. Okay, we'll go 5 seconds and then we'll have the choice of the three. Okay, let's see. Okay, we have place, cook, sweep. What is the word? Place, cook, sweep. Okay, ice dude. Okay, Ava, Katie, Iman. Okay, let's have a look at the best word. Yep, so it's place. We place an order. That means to how can I use it? I would like to place my order. That's the correct word for the situation. I would like to make my order. So we use make an order. That would be like online shopping. You make an order. But it's kind of an idiom, I guess. It's kind of an idiom. We say place an order. I'm not sure exactly why we say place, but yeah, so we use place an order. Basically means make an order. Now, the customer, she's going to place an order. That means she's going to tell the waiter what she wants to eat, right? What she wants from the menu. The waiter, he's going to take her order, right? So the waiter is taking her order and she is placing an order. So it depends on who is talking. So if it's the customer places an order. If it's the staff, the waiter or waitress, they take an order, right? So if you call pizza delivery and then they go, oh, can I take your order, right? Or, you make an order over the phone. Let's say you call a restaurant and you want the food delivered, like Uber Eats, for example. You would make your call, beep, beep, beep. And then you would say, oh, I would like to place an order. And then they go, okay. And so they're taking your order. They're writing it down. They're taking your order. So this is the customer. And she said, I would like to place my order. But if the waiter can go first and he can say, could I take your order? So here she's speaking first. So she says, I would like to place my order. If it's the waiter first, the waiter walks up. Oh, can I take your order? Okay, Ava, good. Lee, hello, Lee. Okay, let's go to our next sentence. I think this is our last question in the video, and then we have the worksheet. Okay, here it is. I think this is the last one. I think so. I'm not sure. I think so, though. The restaurant was fully, and what could it be? What's the answer? What do you think? What's the word? The restaurant was fully, what could it be? I think this is the last one, and then we have the worksheet to do. Iman. Castrine. Okay, I'll give you 5 more seconds, and then we'll look at the possible answers. Okay, let's Ava's gone. Okay, let's have a look at the 3. Okay, and the possible answers: booked, empty, closed. Booked, empty, closed. What is the word? Yeah, okay, good. Okay, yep, you guys got it. Okay, booked. And the reason we say, okay, fully booked, when you make a reservation, they put it in a book, right? So maybe there's like a notebook or something, you know, and so a list, right? So for example, 5 o'clock, and then table 1, table 2, table, right? And then if there are customers at every table, we say, oh, it's fully booked, right? So I think it comes from like a notebook, right? Writing the people in the restaurant, right? So when you go into a restaurant and if it's full, they have you write your name, and it's usually on paper, right? So you walk in and it is full, right? There's no tables. And so you write your name, and then when a table is available, when one group leaves, then the hostess or host or the staff comes up and they say, okay, Smith family, party of 4, and then, yep, okay, table 5, and then they check it off. Okay, they are, you know, they are now sitting at a table than the next group. So I think that's where it comes from, like a notebook. So all the tables have people's names attached to it in a book. So it's fully booked. Okay, good. Yep, okay, so that was the video. Let's go from the beginning and review, okay? Let's review it now, and then we'll do the worksheet. Okay, so here we go. We are going to say the sentences and the answers together. We're going to say the sentences with the answers together. Okay, here we go. The waiter asked, "Are you ready to order?" The waiter asked, "Are you ready to order?" She asked for a glass of wine with her meal. Can we have the bill, please? He ordered a grilled steak. They decided to reserve a table near the window. The soup is too hot. The soup is too hot. She left a generous tip for the waiter. She left a generous tip for the waiter. The waiter brought extra for the bread. Butter. The waiter brought extra butter for the bread. I would like my order. I would like to place my order. The restaurant was fully booked. The restaurant was fully booked. Okay, good. So we reviewed the video. Now it's time to do the worksheet. Okay, let's do the worksheet. So I'll put it, there are 3 pages. What we're going to do with the worksheet, you're going to write the answer in the chat, okay? Then at the end, I will give you the answer. So first, you are going to do it on your own. You're going to read the sentence, and then you will choose the best word, okay? So this is reading practice, vocabulary practice, right? And then at the end of each page, I will give you the answers. So this is worksheet page number 1. So you are doing it yourself. Make it a little bigger. So in the chat, write the answer. Write the word in the chat. Yeah, I'll change the worksheet. It should be check is better. I mean, Bill's okay, but check is used more often. Okay, let's say the sentences together. And then we'll go to the next page. Okay, so number 1, the waiter asked, "Are you ready to order?" Number 2, she asked for a glass of water with her meal. Can we have the bill, please? Or can we have the check, please? 4, he ordered a grilled steak. 5, they decided to reserve a table near the window. 6, the soup is too hot. Okay, let's go to the next page. Okay. We'll do the same thing. You go first. Oh, I have to say it. I forgot. Okay, let's read the sentences together. Here we go. She left a generous tip for the waiter. The waiter brought extra butter for the bread. We would like to place our order. The restaurant was fully booked. He asked if the fish was fresh. They enjoyed a delicious cake for dessert. So maybe some of you are wondering, so there's a few possible answers here or ways to say this, like number 12. So they, a group of people, right? So maybe they shared a cake, right? A whole cake. So they enjoyed a delicious cake for dessert, right? So we don't know how many people. It could be a whole cake, or we can say they enjoyed a delicious slice of cake for dessert. So we could say slice of cake. Remember? Glass of water, carton of milk, can of soup, right? A slice of cake, a slice of pizza, a slice of pie. So we can say one person maybe, right? She enjoyed a slice of cake for dessert. Or we could just say they enjoyed cake for dessert. We can say that they enjoyed cake for dessert. So there's a few possibilities here, but here we can say they, because it could be a large group of people and they shared a whole cake together. So depending on the situation, how many people. Okay, we have one more page. Okay. Okay, we have 3 more sentences. Okay, here it is. Okay, Ava. Thank you for stopping by. Enjoy your trip in Canada, Ava. Stay safe. Please practice your English in Canada, Ava. Okay, good. You guys got it. Okay, let's say the sentences together here. Okay, here we go. The waitress recommended the house special. The house special, that is a, usually every night the chef, okay, good, Ava, that's important. Yes, Ava. Okay, use your English ability, practice your English. The house special, the chef usually decides the house special, and that is something maybe the chef recommends people to have, right? And so there's like the normal menu, right? The everyday menu, and then the chef maybe makes a special meal, and he calls that the house special. And so the chef tells the waitress and waiter, okay, tell everyone the lamb is the house special tonight, or the fish is the house special tonight, or the lasagna is the house special tonight. So the chef decides a special meal. It's different than the normal menu. Okay, 14. He complained because his coffee was too cold, right? So too, that is a negative. So we like our coffee hot. We like it. We don't want it cold. It's too cold. And then 15. The restaurant has a beautiful garden outside. So many restaurants, right? Part of a restaurant is the atmosphere, right? And every restaurant is a little different, right? We're not talking about chain restaurants like, a chain restaurant, it's the same. Every city you go to, it's the same. Like, for example, McDonald's, right? Wherever you go, it's the same menu, same logo, same uniform. Staff, they're wearing the same uniform. It's the same everywhere. However, a privately owned restaurant, right? A family-owned restaurant, the inside, the atmosphere, the decoration's always going to be different. And of course, the atmosphere is very important for a restaurant. The looks of the restaurant is very important. And so you'll see a lot of restaurants will have like flowers and a little garden. And so if they have space, maybe there's outside seating, right? They have tables in the garden, and it's a nice place to have a meal, right? It gives you a nice feeling eating outside in a garden, right? Flowers around you, nature around you, enjoying your meal. So that is a part of the restaurant that attracts customers, right? We go there for the atmosphere. We go there for the outdoor seating in the garden, right? Oh, I want to go to that restaurant because it has a beautiful garden and it's a beautiful place to have a meal. Okay, good. All right, so that was our worksheet, and our topic was at a restaurant. We did the video and we just did the worksheet. Good job, everyone. Well done. Okay, there's one more thing to do. On top of the chat, there's a white box. In the white box, there's a sentence. In the sentence, there is a missing word. We have a choice of 4 words. Choose the best word for the sentence. Let's check it out. I'll open it up. Okay, good. All right, let me get some water here. Here we go. This is our quiz. Are you ready for the quiz? The sentence is, the waiter gave us the waiter gave us the, choose the best word. Is it receipt? No, recipe. We got to start again. My mistake. Here we go. Countdown. We're going to do it again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Are you ready for the quiz? All right. The sentence is, the waiter gave us the The waiter gave us the, choose the best word. Is it recipe? Is it ticket? Is it menu? Is it newspaper? Does the sentence go like this? The waiter gave us the recipe. The waiter gave us the ticket. The waiter gave us the menu. The waiter gave us the newspaper. Recipe, ticket, menu, newspaper. Choose the best word. Good luck. Yeah. Okay, good, everyone. Yes, it's menu. Yeah, so that's what the waiter does. When you first go into the restaurant, the waiter hands you the menu so you can choose what to have. Yeah. We need a menu to see what we can order, right? We have a menu to see what food is served at the restaurant. Okay, good job, everyone. Well done. The sentences. The waiter gave us the menu. Okay, good. Sorry about a little cough I have. Okay, now our next time together will be on Sunday. However, wait. I will be here tonight, right? We have a premiere video tonight, 10 p.m. So Friday, today's Friday. I'm in Japan, okay? This is Japan time. Friday, 10 p.m. Not 10 a.m., 10 p.m. is our premiere video. It's a collection of 5 videos, and it's a live chat. We will watch these videos. The premiere video is 30 minutes, and so 30 minutes we'll be watching 5 videos, and we will make sentences according to the video. So we'll watch the video and then practice making sentences with the videos, okay? And plus chatting if you have questions for me and anything else. We will be making sentences together. We will be chatting together. That is tonight, 10 p.m. premiere video. And this is Japan time, right? I live in Japan. So if you can, I hope to see you there. That's tonight, 10 p.m. premiere video. We will chat together, make sentences together. Okay, so thank you, Katie. So everyone, great job. We had idiom, wine and dine. We practiced making sentences doing that. And then we took a quiz. The quiz was at a restaurant. We did one on a video and another one on a worksheet. Oh, all the worksheets on my Patreon. Support me on Patreon so I can support you here. There on my Patreon, you can download all the worksheets we do here. So lots of practice for you, lots of learning material on my Patreon. Support me there so I can support you here. Okay, good job, everyone. Thank you so much. Love and peace to you and your family. Smile. When you smile, you're happy, and you share that happiness to other people. So smiling is very, very important. So keep smiling and be healthy. Stay safe. Okay, we will count down and say goodbye together, shall we? And until tonight, right? 10 p.m. I'll be back here with you. We'll be chatting live. Yes. Watching videos and making sentences together. Okay, let's count down and say goodbye together, shall we? Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much. Love and peace to you and your family. Smile, be safe, stay healthy, and I will see you tonight, 10 p.m. for our premiere video, and then I'll be back on Sunday at 10 a.m. Okay, thank you so much. Take it easy. Bye. Thank you.